Why is RC receiver wiring 4 multiple channels confusing? Imagine trying to connect a bunch of different devices, each with its own plug and purpose, all at once. That's what wiring a multi-channel RC receiver can feel like. Every receiver has several channels, sometimes from 3 up to 8 or more. Each channel controls a different part of your RC model, like steering, throttle, or lights. The tricky part is figuring out which wire goes where and making sure everything works smoothly. First, each channel uses a small 3-pin connector. One pin supplies power, another is ground, and the last carries the signal. It's important to connect these in the right order. Reversing the connectors can cause your servo or electronic speed controller to stop working or even get damaged. Different devices might need different wiring setups, especially if some don't have built-in power supplies. Another reason it gets confusing is the process of binding the receiver to your transmitter. Binding is how your remote control and receiver learn to talk to each other. You usually press a button or turn a switch to put the receiver into binding mode, then turn on the transmitter to pair them. If you miss a step or do it wrong, your controls won't respond properly, even if the wiring is perfect. Plus, some systems allow mixing channels. That means one control input can influence multiple outputs. For example, turning the steering wheel might also tilt a camera or activate lights. Wiring for these setups can involve extra connections or even external mixers, making it more complex. Power supply is another factor. Your receiver needs a steady 5-volt power source. Many get this from the electronic speed controller's built-in power system called a battery eliminator circuit. But if you add more devices or extra servos, you need to make sure the power doesn't drop or overload the receiver. Different brands and models can also change the wiring layout. Some use different connector types or label channels differently. That means you have to read the manual carefully and understand your specific equipment rather than trying to follow a generic diagram. All these factors combine to make wiring multiple channels seem confusing at first. But if you take your time, label your wires, and test each connection one at a time, it becomes easier. Knowing which channel controls what, how to wire each connector correctly, and how to bind your receiver will help you get your RC model up and running smoothly.